Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back for another exciting week of our Blood Bowl AI League. We're on week 6, almost halfway through the season. Can you believe it? Welcome back, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started here. We're going to start by taking a quick look at our rankings, just so we can see where everybody is at currently as we get closer to the halfway point of the season. So we got the Bone Malone sitting in first place with 9 points, 3-0-2. They've done quite well. They kind of jumped up the rankings. They had some good games where they were able to score lots of points and not get scored on, which has jumped them right up to the top. But right on their heels is Pappies and Nurglings. Kind of the same story for them. Had some really good games where they're putting out a lot of points and not getting scored on. Then we have our third place, Dumpete Loire, who was at the top of the leaderboard pretty much since we were tallying those points and keeping track of the rankings. Followed by the Grinning Get Stompas, my own team. Then we got Brazen Bulls after them, and Continental Crushers, the Knickknacks, and Mythics. All of us right there, almost half of the league, sitting in sort of a very close contention for first place. We all have the same amount of wins, so looking to see maybe some of that change over the next couple weeks and see if someone starts developing more of a dominant lead, or if we're gonna keep things pretty close. But after Mythics, we got a Midnight Maulers with 2-2-1 coming up in let's see, what is that? 8th place. Pointy-Eared Bandits in 9th place. Pointy-Eared Bandits, I think, is probably my favorite team at the moment. They're very much have been the underdogs and have managed to win both of their games after being just completely destroyed either during the game or the week before. 9 Inch Mail is finally getting another win last week to bring them up to the 10th place spot. And then we got Gouda Game, Mr. Meeseeks, and Rathas Raiders all fighting it out there at the bottom of the rankings. They just haven't had their games go their way, but that could change. We've seen some crazy things happen so far this season, and I don't think that is going to change anytime soon. So, with that said, with 2 minutes to go, we'll go ahead and get right on in here and set up our first game. It's a very exciting one. It is my own Grin and Get Stompas. Actually, it is the Undead Dumpete Loire. Up against my own Grin and Get Stompas. They are the home team, so to speak. Both teams in relatively good health. The Orcs, unfortunately, are going to be out some of their goblins. Dumpete Loire lost a couple people in the last game, but still very strong. These two teams have been, like I said, up there in the fightings for that first and second place for most of the weeks thus far. So really excited to see how this game pans out. We're going to see one of them jump up the rankings and the other one drop down, unless we happen to get a tie, in which case they're going to stay exactly where they're at. So, I forgot the music was on and so loud. Whoop. Set that back up again. All right, it's time for Carnage, but we're going to change fields again. And I think we're going to go... Let's go to the Dark Elf one. Since the Pointy-Eared Bandits are kind of coming up as my favorite team, let's go to the Dark Elf one. But we got it. Game 1 of Week 6, Dumpete Loire versus Grin and Get Stompas. Let the carnage Let the carnage begin. Tempête Loire coming into this game with the team value advantage. So Grinning gets on us. We'll get some petty cash. I don't think we'll get a whole lot. Ooh, it's very purple. It's a very slow and dramatic. It looks like the Orcs may have picked up at least one mercenary. Very interesting, getting a very slow intro to the game here. Whoa, geez. Now we're super fast all of a sudden. Alright, slow things back down. Orcs are the ones who kick the ball off. It's Tempête Loire with the ball, starting off with PA picking it up, going right into Morg and Chuck the Troll and Badclaw. That's the really awful trio to run into. But PA manages to get away somehow with that dodge. He's now running circles around the Orcs. But Chuck the Troll is on top of him and manages to knock him down finally. Chuck the Troll marking Ged here. Brotrak has now got the ball. And deep in enemy territory already. It looks like the Orcs have done well in just punching their way forward. Brotrak has got the space and touchdown for the Orcs. That's a hot start for the Orc team. The Grinning Get Stompas coming out here, wanting to take their place at the top. I promise this is my team. This is a very important game. I'm trying very hard to be unbiased, but I only promise to try. Interesting decision by the coach to have a Black Orc sitting on the sidelines instead of being in the game, but you know, it is what it is. Successful on the defensive side of things so far. Let's see if Tempête Loire can kind of come back. We have seen that they are historically a second half team a lot of the time. So as this game progresses, I'll be interested to see how they do. Morg is just got a complete open line to the ball carrier, and that +1 to strength with Mighty Blow, block and dodge. He is a very scary person to be with. And he shows us why by getting an injury there. Can he pick up the ball? He does, and he scores. Tempête Loire looking a little dead out there today. Unintended. For some reason, I feel like the stadium is like slower on the cinematics, but maybe that's just me. Ooh, a deep kick. It's going to go out of bounds. So they're going to give it right to Marasa. Maybe that'll give them a chance to get things moving. Morg is trying to get blocked by Ogun, but Morg is just taking him out. Did I? No, they're definitely AI. They're just playing very... I don't even know if defensively is the right word. Passively is probably a better way to describe it, unfortunately. Got the double Black Orcs onto the ball carrier, and One of them can't pick up the ball to save his life. It goes to Morg, and Morg is going to take it in for another touchdown. That's 3 touchdowns for him today already. What? Sorry, I think the first one was actually Brotrack. But still, Morg is the current highest SPP player in the league. He's our first level 5 player, and he is well on his way to level 6 with these touchdowns. One of the goblins getting back up. Good to see for the Orcs. No injuries thus far for either team, so both are staying strong in terms of player count. Ball goes right to Marasa, now on a different side of the field. He's going to make his way up, finally getting some positive yards, and into the other half to get surfed. Oh boy. Ball gets thrown deep into Orc territory. And Squeaks is going to jump on top of it. Some punching going on where the ball used to be, but now Squeaks has got plenty of room to move up, but he's going to run right into the zombie duo. Pilame, one of the more dangerous players on the field, but Squeaks managed to dodge away out of Agasso's range. Now he's going to be dealing with a zombie. Ball is down in the center field. Looks like Chuckles and Kalfu trying to go for it. Oh, Chuckles went down and I think may have gotten injured and had the apothecary used on him. Brotrack gets free and he's got the ball. This is going to be touchdown number 2 for him today, and 4 points for the Orcs. Bedlois really needs to get something going here and stop the bleeding. Urzuli scooping it up on the first try. Chuckles the Troll is down, but Morg is on top of Urzuli. And at strength 5, he's very difficult to deal with on top of everything else that he has. He's just a huge presence on the field. He's about the same kind of presence as a Troll is. So Olgarot Terathai, the other Black Orc, picking up the ball, trying to go for it. Can he make it? And he does. Orcs not playing around today. They just want to play the game, pad their stats, jump right on top of the rankings there. We are kicking off once more with 40 seconds left to go in the first half. Can De Petit Loire make something happen? Kalfu kicks the ball a couple times and now ends up with it. He's got a decent amount of support, but he needs to move. He's not. He's going to get trolled. Morgan Marasa fighting it out back there. Oh, can the Troll pick up the ball? He finally does. Could this be the rare troll touchdown that we're about to see here today? Oh, but Philome is in the action now. Philome is a good counter. There's lots of scrapping going on. The ball hits the ground. That's going to go to halftime, so they do save the point there. Playing some decent defense there at the end. Now they will be kicking the ball off, so we'll have to see if they just play better on the defensive side of the ball as we move into the second half here. We have seen Tempête-Loire come back from a points difference like this before in their first game against Good Game. I'm sure the manager for Good Game remembers that. So it's not impossible for them to come back here. The Orcs just happen to hit a bit harder than the Skaven do, so. Rocktrack with the ball. We got a skeleton on top of him, but no support. So Rocktrack, Squeaks, and Mockbad, the mercenary on the team, gonna defend their ball carrier. While Chuckle the Troll, Nolgrat, Terrathrai, and more kind of clean things out in the backfield to open things up. Agasso and Philome. Oh, Agasso now. Philome is on the ball carrier. This could be bad for Rocktrack. Morg has come back to assist. The only way Morg would be scarier at this point is if he had guard, and he does not. The ball is down. Philome is going to go pick it up. He scoops it up easily. Well, can he get away? There's no one behind him but his own teammates. He got away. He's got the space. Squeaks is trying to catch up. He's going for it, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Tempête-Loire. Going to slowly try to close this gap. There are just some teams that just seem to play better when they kick the ball off, and I think Tempête-Loire is definitely one of them. Ball is kicked back. Spikes is just looking at it right now. It's going to scoop it up, but Agasso is going to be on top of him. Quinn gets punched down immediately. Grubmash Gadget come in to hopefully stall things, but Agwe has got plenty of room. He just needs to pick up the ball, and that's going to be an easy touchdown for him. And he got it, and that's touchdown number 2. Tempête-Loire, the second half team. Trek scoops it up pretty quickly this time. Is getting knocked out there on the field. One of the few, like, actual armor breaks that we've seen so far in this game. Our truck is surrounded by a bunch of undead. They managed to take him out, but there are some orcs around for support, including Morg. The team captain Mambu is getting injured, but it looks like he regenerated immediately. I think that goes to Morg as well. Rocktrack getting knocked down. Brotrack kind of trying to scoot over and grab the ball, but Damballa, the newest ghoul for Dempetiloa, has come up with it. He's surrounded by orcs, though. How the tables have turned. And now Rocktrack is in good position to grab it. If he can only secure it, he's trying. He's got it on the 4th attempt. And it's only Ogwe there to stop him. Can Ogwe be the hero? Oh, Philomae is coming over as well, but Morg is going to keep him busy. Oh, Ogwe gets knocked down and just pushes Rocktrack into the end zone. That's another touchdown for the Orcs. They're running out of time for Dempetiloa to make their comeback here. Now, Chuckle the Troll actually got knocked out there. Pretty impressive. But he's getting back up and back into the game. It's going to be a short kick. But Urzuli manages to pick it up. But not before he's going to get surrounded here. It's going to be a bad time for that skeleton. Ball ends up in the hands of Morgsla. Morgsla, a player who's always been present for a lot of things, but hasn't been able to do a whole lot. Ball bounces everywhere. Squeaks manages to come up with it. When it gets pushed away, he gets a little bit of space, but the zombies are able to get back on top of him. Oh, get space again, and he's running, he's running. There's so many undead on top of Squeaks the Goblin. He finally gets knocked down, that little hero. Kalfu going around the outside, and shambling his way up the field, getting some yards run for him today. Oh, and Olgrot kind of takes a bad look, but able to catch him anyway. 15 seconds left in the game. Someone's got to pick it up here to keep this game alive, and it looks like Chucko the Troll has got it. And he's got a long way to run, but this could be the rare... Oh no, Marasa's on top of him, Congo's on top of him, Vanilla's coming over, looking to end this game to prevent another touchdown, but Chucko the Troll getting away. Getting some room, and he's strolling along. The Troll touchdown. Doesn't know what to do with the ball. The way he's holding it. Well done, Chugga. That's a big amount of SPP for you there today, sir. Wow, and just like that, the game is over. With the Grinning Gidstompus going up by 5 over Dempetiloa. A very dominant showing, unfortunately for the undead team. All right. Start recording everything here. Let's take a look at those statistics for Dempetiloa. We've got the 1 touchdown out of Philomae and 1 touchdown out of Ogwe for them. The MVP going to Urzuli the zombie, I think. I think that's a zombie. We got a successful reception out of Marasa. I've been wondering where that's coming from. I think it's when they actually catch the kickoff. It counts as a successful reception. So I think that's where those are coming from, because they're not passing the ball. This team isn't. Gasso getting a casualty cause. Oh, I didn't even see who that went on. I'll have to look. I wonder if that was Chuck under Troll, and then the apothecary got used. But the only casualty being caused by the team, which is wild. A couple knockouts here and there, some yards run, but rather underwhelming game for usually a very on-point team. Did we have any injuries that stuck this time? We did have one. PA with a injury. Is badly hurt. PA will be out next game. Let's take a look at the Grit and Get Stompers. Their injuries. Spikes the ball. Got injured. Oh, I missed that. Smashed hand. He'll just miss the next game, but otherwise be okay. Take a look at their stats here. So we got Dribbles, of course, being out. Chuck and the Troll getting a touchdown and an MVP. 3 knockouts, 34 yards run. You know what? That's fair. We can give that MVP to Chuck and the Troll. That's worth a lot of SPP for him. Morg with 2 touchdowns, 2 casualties inflicted, some yards run. He really just scooped the ball up at the end and ran into the end zone each time. Olgrod Terrathry with getting a touchdown, Rock Track with a touchdown, Bro Track with 2 touchdowns and 40 yards run. Well done, Orcs. Well done. And there are MVPs, a Skeleton Urzuli, and MVP Chukka the Troll getting that last touchdown. And with that, we'll just move right along here. We're a few minutes behind. We'll go ahead and jump into Game 2, which is the Chaos Dwarf 9-inch males. It's had a bit of a rocky season, but they coming off of a win from last week. Going to see if they can continue that momentum. And then, of course, we have the Amazon Mythics. Once again, I'm frustrated by this list not being in alphabetical order. Mythics themselves, I think, having a rough past few games, so see if they can also get back on track here. How did we feel about that field? I was not super crazy about it, but we can go back there if people were fine. Go someplace new? Okay. Well, let's go to the Orc field then, since the Orcs just won the previous game. Cinematics do seem slow. I thought, okay, I'm glad it wasn't just me. It seemed weird. All right. 9-inch males versus Mythics. Game 2. Let's make it happen. 9-inch males, actually, in a rare sight, having the team value advantage here. They've been kind of behind all season long. Finally able to get a win under the belt, get some decent money. They've picked up some extra players. They're in a good spot. Oh, the lovely Orc field. The Mythics have picked up a few new ladies as well, some extra players. So both teams in pretty good in terms of strength right now going in. This cinematic seems slow as well. Maybe it's just me today. And Mythics are the ones kicking the ball off first, so Hera will kick the ball. And we'll see how things go. That bright pink stands out a lot on this field for 9-inch males. Jim the Salesman is the first one to grab it. Pam the Receptionist getting knocked down immediately, getting stunned. Cleo getting injured. Looks like Apothecary getting used early in the game. Jim the Salesman getting knocked down. Oba's got the ball, and Ric Flair's there. Gonna step up and hopefully do something about it. Immediately gouging the eye out of Oba. The Undertaker coming over to get some action. Well, managed to scoop up the ball. The Undertaker being the locker room leader, just like in real life. Aloha is fighting well. Apparently an even match between these two. Athena coming over, but Voluptuous Vlad sneaking over to be of some help. He's got a new hat on because he just leveled up. Oh, the Undertaker does get knocked down, but there's plenty of Chaos Dwarves around to protect the ball, even though they have a very tough time picking it up. Oh, Athena getting hurt. Chaos Dwarves coming out here to play. It's Dank Duran now with the ball. He's got plenty of room to run. Just a couple of ladies in between him and a touchdown here. It looks like Dank Duran was the one who got that injury earlier. Oh, and he goes down. Knocked out. They use the Apothecary on the knockout. Questionable decision by the coach there. Pam the Receptionist getting knocked out. Ball getting knocked out of Aurora's hands. And over to Steve. Things are really kicking off in this game all of a sudden. Mikasa coming over to help. It seems like both teams have been quite active from the start here, which you love to see. Aloha scooping the ball up. Aloha getting knocked down. It's just a big scrum. We're already almost through the half here with not a whole lot happening. No points on either side. Some injuries to be had, but just a lot of punching. Dank Duran had it. Is now on the ground. Oh, Steve from accounting. Steve is dead. No, not Steve. Should have saved that Apothecary. Oh, Aphrodite has got it, but she's now face to face with the Macho Man, the Minotaur. And Jim the Salesman coming over trying to scoop up that ball, and he's got it, and he's got some room to move. There's nobody in front of him, but Anthea is able to catch up. And that's going to be the half. Wow, what an intense first half. No scoring. Yeah, Steve, the man, the myth, the legend is no more. Rip Steve. Two ladies down on the Amazon side, a couple more knocked out, but they've got some extra players just for this reason, just to have those players on hand. So neither team is outnumbering the other. Kick bounces right into Anthea's hands, meaning they're going to get a quick start here. Boisterous Bruno getting knocked out. Anthea and Luscious Lorenzo duking it out. Macho Man coming over to help. Should be enough to knock her down, but she dodges out of the way. There she goes. She's gone down now, and it's Luscious Lorenzo who's picked up the ball. Luscious Lorenzo working off of a prior injury that's brought his movement down. He's only movement 3, so he can't go very far each activation. But these Chaos Dwarf blockers with both block and dodge should be doing an excellent job against these ladies. They're actually like perfectly suited to countering them with tackle. But Aphrodite's got the ball and she's got the room. That's going to be the first touchdown of the game for the Mythics. Just happened to be at the right place at the right time. Chaosdorf getting back into the game. One player coming back in for the Amazons. Now we're starting to dig into those reserves as 2 additional knockouts are still on the ground over there. The ball is kicked. Pretty shallow kick this time around. Toby from HR is going to be able to get on top of it. Oh, and just knock down Aurora and Cleo. Just a 1-2 punch there before Anthea finally knocks him down. Britannia coming in, making the ball go all kinds of crazy ways, and somehow she ends up with it. Ric Flair's going to have to move over to stop her, and Macho Man coming to help out. Luscious Lorenzo should be enough to knock that. Yep, knock that one down. And Luscious Lorenzo has got it on the second try. He's going to try and move around. Got some help from the Undertaker. Should be enough to deal with this one Amazon, but another one is there now. He's got some space. He's trying to move into enemy territory. Aphrodite's going to catch him, though. Macho Man is there in support, but maybe not positioned quite right. Luscious Lorenzo getting pushed all over the place. Can they outpunch these 2 ladies? He gets pushed, but he's got enough space to run now. He's now in enemy territory. Ric Flair needs to come over and help, but ooh, Luscious Lorenzo getting pushed in the right direction. Oh no, the going for it. The going for it. His 3 movement. He wanted to get a few extra spaces and just fell over. You hate to see it. Cleo somehow getting away from Ric Flair there. Jim the Salesman having to come over. 1.5 minutes left in the game. It's only a 1-point game. Ooh, it looks like, oh no, it's Cleo injuring Jim the Salesman. Macho Man now with the ball. Is going to be a difficult target to bring down, but not impossible. He's got some room to run, though. Oh, the wild animal keeping him from moving any further. Tragic. But he's still got a hold of the ball, and the Amazons are coming in piecemeal, so he's got a good chance of holding on to it. You see the after this very long drive, the field is starting to clear out. Macho Man has got free. And that's a touchdown for 9-inch males, making it a tie ball game. And a Minotaur touchdown. That's rare to see. Chaos Dwarfs now down 3 players in total, but they have some people on the sidelines ready to come in. 50 seconds left in the game. It's possible for the Amazons to score. They're definitely fast enough. So I think the Chaos Dwarfs just have to play defense here, or maybe short kick and hope to get on top of it first. We'll see what they do here. Ric Flair is the one kicking off. Going to elect to keep it short. The Amazons do get on top of it, but they are in good position to play defense here, holding them on their side of the field. When it's a big scrum and Aphrodite goes down, Dwight, the assistant to the regional manager, Dwight, has picked up the ball. His first game, first time on the field as well, and he's going to make a name for himself by making it a 2-point game. For the Chaos Warriors, a 1-point lead over the Amazons. Way to show up on your first day there, Dwight. That's why he's the assistant to the regional manager. Now they're not in any danger, but if they can get another one, that'd be good for them with 20 seconds left. Britannia is the one picking it up, but it's going to run right into a whole line of Chaos Dwarves. I'm going to get knocked down. I think something got used there, but I don't know what it was. Macho Man in the backfield. Aurora getting injured by Dank Duran there. I think he's got a couple of casualties this game. Oh, and Dwight scoops it up right at the buzzer. Can he stay alive? Oh no, Hera getting injured. Hera has stayed injured most games. Oh no, Dwight, the assistant to the regional manager, has got 2 touchdowns on him today. That's a guaranteed level up for him. Showing us that sometimes the best thing to be is in the right place at the right time. That's another win for 9 Inch Males. They're 3rd on the season, 3-1. That was a good game that could have gone either way until the very end there. Let's take a look at those stats, starting with the Mythics. We've got the touchdown out of Aphrodite, the only one for the team. MVP going to Encosta. We get a couple of casualties. Kind of filtered around through there. We got Hera getting one, Cleo, the team captain, getting one is nice, and Atina getting one as well. Atina getting the kill as well. A pretty solid game for them, despite the loss. Take a look at those injuries. They do have some to worry about, getting a couple there at the very end. Hera is going to be out with a badly hurt. You've got Athena going to be out with a badly hurt. We got Aurora on her first game, badly hurt. And Oba also her first game with a gouged eye. They'll all be back after our break. But they will be out for week 7, unfortunately. So let me get these recorded here. On the 9 Inch Male side of things for injuries, we've got Voluptuous Vlad getting hurt. Badly hurt, will miss the next game. Steve from accounting. Rip Steve. Steve is dead. Jim the salesman, also badly hurt. Taking a look at their stats, though, we've got a touchdown out of Macho Man, a casualty inflicted from him, and a knockout. Some decent yards run. Pretty good for him. Some casualties sprinkled around. We got some from Ric Flair. We got one from Voluptuous Vlad. We got 2 out of Dank Duran today. Some decent chunk of knockouts sprinkled across the board, and our 2 touchdowns out of Dwight, the assistant to the regional manager, and it's the Undertaker taking the MVP there, possibly for saving that early score there at the beginning of the game. Well done, 9 Inch Males. Congratulations on your 3rd victory of the season. It's good to see a comeback like that. Here are our MVPs. And we'll move into our 3rd game of the day. We have our current top-ranked team, the Bone Malones, going up against the Midnight Maulers. Another undead on undead game here, except now it's undead on vampires. Necromantic Bone Malones. We got werewolves versus vampires, everybody. Who are you? Are you Team Jacob or are you Team Edward? Let's see it. And if anybody knows me, they know which side of things I stand on. But for the sake of being the unbiased announcer, I will not put forth my... Are we talking about the books or the movies? Dealer's choice. Dealer's choice. Team Van Helsing, I'm the team of the hunters. I slay those wretched beasts. All right, let's go back to the orc field. I think that turned out quite well. I think the cinematics are just weirdly slow for some reason. All right. Team Team Jacob versus Team Edward. Let's go. I hate that that's a thing. I kind of wish there was more werewolves that you could add. And maybe there will be. Stay tuned for the second half of the season where things are going to get crazy. Edward in the books, Jacob in the movies. Jacob is too whiny in the books. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think that's a fair assumption of the character. Yeah, I think the cinematic is just cinematicing. He said cinematicing across the floor cinematically. We got Bane the Main locking eyes there with Draxacula. I'm gonna prove today who the real Bone Daddies are. Alright. And it's the vampires kicking off the ball. Looks like we got a toss rock going to Bleeder Bob. Ball got kicked short, so it was given to Sir Beats, is what happened there, in case anybody was confused. I know I was for a hot second. The undead team spreading out into the enemy territory, but Sir Beats is having to fight off some thralls. Sir Beats and Dame Dame doing a pretty good job, but Count Blitzula coming over, one of the dangerous players on the vampire side, is getting involved. Ball goes out of bounds. Still down deep into Bone Malone territory. Oh, he gets pushed and he tries to go for it. Point the ball, the team captain. Oh, somebody getting... Count Blitzula getting surfed. Wow, that's great for the Bone Malones, getting him off the field early. Bane to Main getting knocked out, but Point to Ball trying to secure the ball and having trouble with those claws of his. Bait Basher is down. Stone Rider getting some SPP. Point to Ball finally ends up with it, and it's the werewolf duo knocking down Sanguine Sanders. Oh boy. Point to Ball getting some yards on him for the first time this season. And then getting knocked down by George and Tenderneck. But Herm, the Flesh Golem, is now in the mix. We've seen them be quite impactful in any fight that they end up in. George the Vampire now with the ball. George the Vampire now down on the ground. Herm coming in with the ball, and he scoops it up first try. These are the most agile freaking Flesh Golems I've ever seen. That's a Flesh Golem touchdown. The Flesh Golem being like, screw your Vampire the Masquerade, screw your Werewolf the Apocalypse, it's all about Prometheus. Which I'm pretty sure is like the Monster Man game line for World of Darkness. Looking like a tough start for the Vampires. But we've seen them pull off some crazy shit. So we'll see what they can do. Now Bone Malone's on the defensives as they kick the ball off. Pete is going to be the one to try and scoop up the ball. Oh no, Mad Mullet the zombie just eating George there. We'll see if that sticks. But at the moment, we've got one dead vampire on our hands. Ball is knocked down, and the Flesh Golem, just scooping it up. Are we going to have a second Flesh Golem touchdown? Nope, Sanguine Sanders is going to put a stop to that. Cam Blitzula back on the field now. He's going to pick it up. But he's got two Flesh Golems to deal with. We'll see if that Blodge combo will help him out here. Looks like it's going to. Trying to fight his way out of this little scrum he's in. But more Bone Malones are coming down on top of him. We got Michael's right hand getting knocked down. With Toes R Us and Stone Rider on top of him still. You can see that Blodge coming into play as he's just constantly being pushed back and pushed back and pushed back instead of being knocked down. Finally gets knocked down and knocked out. And it looks like it's going to be Toes R Us trying to pick it up. Oh, we can't, and the ball goes out of bounds. Unfortunate. Where's it going to end up? Right there with Michael's right hand. Stone Rider is going to be the one to try and pick it up. Okay, you see the trouble that the zombies have? They have the same agility as the Flesh Golems. They have the same role to pick the ball up. And yet the Flesh Golems are just scooping that thing. It'll be a very long, bloody drive. Ball is just lying there with 24 seconds left in the game, but Bone Malones definitely have the numbers advantage now. They've done enough damage to the vampires, but Thrawley is going to try and pick it up. It went right to the Flesh Golem, and he just, like, magnet hands. What the hell is going on? And then I think he got strip balled? What happened there? He dropped it somehow. I don't know what happened there, but he dropped it. Toes R Us getting knocked out. Draxagula finally getting some space. Oh. What was that? I don't know what just happened. Is that Jeff on the field? I'm so sorry. He's teaching the league how to pick up. Alright, if there's anybody who should not be a trusted coach in this league, it's Jeff. I love him to death. He's my favorite player, He shouldn't be teaching anybody anything right now. That death did stick. George is one dead vampire. Oh, I got a nice deep kick this time, going right to Pete. Tinderneck Tom getting his jaw broken by The Flesh Golems having a just absolute clinic of a game here. And Mad Mullet shambling all the way to the backfield to Pete. Pete should have the stat advantage here. He should be okay. Should being the operative word. He gets pushed into the end zone. There's no such thing as a safety in this game. And coming in. That could be the nail in the coffin. Oh, but Mad Mullet knocks him down. Ball is out of bounds, so it's going to go to a random place. And oh, that's just giving the Bone Malones that point. Yeah, Mad Mullet's going to scoop it up and score. Three players down now for the Vampires. One more knocked out. Really digging into those reserves now. I think they might start to get outnumbered here. The Bone Malone's completely fine. Pete now with the ball, finally making a move. Getting a nice little pass there to Count Blitzula. God, I love passing in this game. I'm kind of sad that we don't see it more in this league. Because they can do some crazy stuff. Okay, Count Blitzla's just going to say, you know, good game, sir, and just walk away from Stone Rider. It's going to run right into a whole wall of Flesh Golem and zombies. Mad Mullet once again with the ball. Maybe looking for touchdown number 2 for him today. 2.5 minutes left in the game here. Bleeder Bob, the Thrall, has got it, and he's in enemy territory. So now it's up to Bane to main, Dummy, and Point to Ball. Ooh, as the Flesh Golems try to catch up, but he's getting the blocking he needs, and that's a touchdown for the Vampires. Thrally. Very motivated. He's putting this within a 1-point game now, so keeping in the race here. But they're rapidly losing players, so hopefully they have enough to maintain this momentum that they've got. They're now kicking the ball off. So let's see if they do better on the defensive side in this second half. It's going to be Best Boy scooping up the ball. He's holding on to it, maybe wanting to lure the Vampires in, do some more damage, and hopefully confirm this game, if at all possible. We're now sub 2 minutes. Oh, Best Boy is getting knocked down there. That was a both down result. It's in great position for Count Blitzula to just pick it up and score, honestly. But Best Boy is now back up. Dentist's best friend coming over to mark Count Blitzula. Bane the main getting knocked down there. Oh, Count Blitzula He just gets right in there and scoops it up. He's going to be hard to bring down. If he can just get a little bit of space, he's in great position to just walk in. Oh, and he got the push he needed. He got the space. Oh, but he's only... What is that? 3 spaces away. The flesh golem says, no, no, no. Knocks him down. It's Mad Mullet now with the ball, knocking Morty Meatshield down immediately and shambling away like it ain't nobody's business. There's not a whole lot left to look at, so we're gonna go to the cinematic cam. Okay, that's maybe a little too cinematic. There we go. That's a bit better. We got Mad Mullet with ball. Pete getting knocked around by the Flesh Golem. Morty Meatshield and Count Blitzler coming in, trying to put an end to this drive. 30 seconds left in the game. Still time enough if a vampire can get their hands on it. Well, it's going to be difficult with those Flesh Golems. Morty Meatshield getting injured there. 15 seconds, Mad Mullet just holding on to the ball. What a mad lad. Trying to see what's going on down here. Pete coming over, Count Blitzula coming over. The ball is knocked down. Pete's going for it. Pete's got the ball. I kind of like this cinematic cam, honestly. We're now in overtime. It'll go up to a minute, I believe, but I don't think Pete's gonna make it with 2 Flesh Golems bearing down on him. That's the game. Bone Malone's going up by 1 point on the Midnight Maulers. That's kind of what I expected to happen in the Depetula Law versus Get Stompers game. It didn't. But you heard it here, folks. The definitive answer: Team Jacob is better than Team Edward. Irrefutable proof. Right there. The discussion is closed, never to be opened again. Congratulations to the Bone Malones getting their 4th win on the season. Going to be keeping them up right there at the top. Although, Granite Get Stomp has scored a decent amount of points. You only got 1 additional point going to you here for that point difference, Bone Malone. So, might be nipping at your heels. Well, that was a pretty exciting one. Let's take a look at those stats for the Midnight Maulers. Our 1 touchdown out of Bleeder Bob. Oh, I thought it was Thrawley that got that touchdown. My bad. It was Bleeder Bob who managed to scoop that ball up there at the end. Casualty, the only casualty out of the team, out of Morty Meatshield before he himself was injured later on in the game. And we've got the MVP going to Tenderneck Tom. And of course, we've got George, I believe, the unfortunate vampire who has died this game. Might set the Midnight Maulers back a little bit, at least for the price of a new vampire. Taking a look at those injuries, yet there he is. George is dead. At least he was level 1, so, you know, just a new vampire to take his place. Not the worst thing in the world. But we also got Morty Meatshield, Tenderneck Tom, Bait Basher, and Trawler Tom. All badly hurt. Missed next game. Broken jaw on Tenderneck Tom, but that's just another missed next game type of injury. Give me 1 moment while I get these recorded here. Morty. And it was Tenderneck who has the broken jaw. Taking a look at injuries on the Bone Malone side, we only have the 1, and that's Michael's right hand. Also has a broken jaw. How can a hand have a broken jaw, you ask? I don't know. That's Blood Bowl, baby. Take a look at their stats. We've got a touchdown out of Herm, and we got a touchdown out of as well. Oh no, the other Flesh Golem did not get a touchdown. That's right. But still, the vaunted Flesh Golem touchdown. You love to see it. Mad Mullet with a touchdown as well. Toes R Us getting MVP. He was around. He did things. Sure, why not give him the MVP? Honestly, I think it should have gone to Mad Mullet here. A touchdown, a kill, 34 yards run, a knockout. Doing pretty well. Or with 2 casualties on his own. Pretty good showing for the Bone Malones. Yeah, Mad Mullet not getting MVP as well. I think I want to say next season maybe I should implement like a manager's choice sort of player. Like you get to pick a player to give MVP to, and they get some extra experience. I don't know. We'll see. There's definitely like some of the new SVP stuff that I added to kind of get some teams jump started. It's working very well in some teams and not so well in other teams. That might be something we can talk about after the season's over, kind of do a post-mortem on how I am seeing things develop. But anyway, enough of that bullshit. Let's move right along to our game 4. We'll play game 4 here and then we'll go on our break. We're going to be going into the Continental Crushers versus the Knickknacks. Get hype for Jeff. Hype for Jeff. Actually, is Jeff out this week? Let's see. I can't remember. I think he's okay. Get hype for Jeff. Continental Crushers versus the Knickknacks, the Chaos team. Now, this will be maybe a bit of a tough team for the Crushers to go into. Chaos is very tough, very punchy. It's the Jeffening. That's right. I'm liking the Orc field. I think we'll stick with that for the rest of the day. Let's see. Oh, and it's purple on purple. We got a lighter purple versus a darker purple. Hopefully that will not make it difficult to oh. You can change colors. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could have alternate uniforms. Okay. Well, we might have to do like home and away uniforms or something next half of the season. That's neat. Anyway, all that being said, the more you know. No, it's all good. I think your teams look different enough. Like, I should be able to tell a Lizardman from like a Chaos Warrior or a Pestigore. Like, I should be able to tell the difference being this long in the Warhammer space. If not, I'll hang up my dice. Just kidding, I'm not going to do that. Jeff is on the field. Okay, yeah, Jeff is good. I do see at least one mercenary on the field, though, for the Lizardman. Yeah, the cinematics are just very, very cinematic this time around. I don't know why, but you can even see that it's literally moving in slow motion. Building the suspense, I guess. Now we're back at it. We'll start with the overall cam here, and if things kind of boil down to something important, we'll go to the cinematic cam. That was kind of cool. Ball gets out of bounds, so it's going to be given over to Murgar as the punching starts in the center of the field there. Murgar electing to hold it, maybe drawing the skinks in to knock some bodies off the board early. Or try to at the very least. Zora coming over to help out Old 2i, essentially in surfing territory there for Murgar. Murgar goes down, but the ball is the one that goes out of bounds. Goes out of bounds again. Come on, crowd, you can do better than that. It goes out of bounds a third time. This is crazy. Okay, ball finally down, pretty close to where it went out. So Zur is going to scoop it up, and he's in perfect position. There's no one in front of him. That's a touchdown for the Continental Crushers. Zur 2.0. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Matatuba, but Zur 2.0 is actually the original Zur from the team that has had surgery to repair his injury and is now back on the field. The surgery paid off. Okay, perfect. I wanted to make sure I got the lore right. Oh, okay, hang on. I need to see what happened there. There was a rock throw that affected two players, Charles Litzbit and Old 2i, and it injured both of them. The crowd is not happy here today for whatever reason, even though we've had some great games of Blood Bowl. Probably mad about the ball going out of bounds 3 times. That's fair. Murgar is down. Rod the Impaler is kind of guarding the ball somewhat, but Chainbreaker is going to try and get in there. Jeff ends up with the ball. Jeff hype. Get hype for Jeff. Ooh, Gregory Stevens, I think, going down, getting injured, and using the Apothecary there. Oh, Jeff has got some space. Oh, he got caught by Skriel. Oh, no, Lenny died, and then the Apothecary was used to bring him to a smashed collarbone. That's unfortunate. Jeff fighting with the ball. He's surrounded. Come on, Jeff. You're so close. Oh, no, you were right there. You were right there. Quick handoff from Jerry to Murgar, getting it into his hands. I'm not sure why, but, you know, it is what it is. Batemaker. Batemaker is another player to watch. He's got a lot of casualties inflicted by himself. He's on the cusp of breaking into the double digits in casualties inflicted. Son of Balric has got the ball still in their own territory, so they're really having to fight hard against these lizard folk. Chainbreaker scoops it up, and that's going to be touchdown number 2 for the Crushers. The Skinks doing a great job of just being in the right place at the right time to sneak away with the ball and get a touchdown. Everybody's wiggling. Yeah, it's a very wiggly team, the Lizardmen. Two injuries thus far on the side of the Lizardmen. Lizardmen. One injury so far for the Knickknacks. It's about what you expect. That's statistically accurate. The lower armor value on the Lizardmen. We'll get into it. 1:45 left in the first half here. Skriel has got the ball. Lizardman has been doing a great job of being very aggressive on the defensive side, getting into the backfield quickly. Now Fatemaker is on top of Skrill, but Skrill gets space? Man, I am losing my ability to speak correctly. Victor Soros getting involved, the team captain for the Continental Crushers. It's Chomper now with the ball. Darius coming over to hopefully prevent the skink from sneaking away, and Rog the Impaler looking to get some impaling done. Skrill ends up with the ball, running right into Victor Soros now. Oh, and Skrill's got the space. Moved into enemy territory now for the first time in the game. Let's see if he can capitalize. But he's surrounded by Soros's. Or maybe. Actually, I think Soros's is correct. Skrill has got the space. He's got the speed. He's gotten away, and that's a touchdown for the Knickknacks. Showing everybody that they're still in this game. Rog the Impaler just kicking it away, so it's going to be given to Chomper. Oh, that's a choice. He's there with very little support, and Jerry just runs in and knocks him down. Sorry, y'all, I didn't realize I had the chop log still up. Knickknacks on the defensive side of the thing themselves. It really seems like the vast majority of teams are just better on defense. And I don't know why that is. Fatemaker now with the ball. Oh, could this be the rare... Oh, no, he tried to pass it to Cuckoo. It failed, but Cuckoo's got it now. But he's got to get through Rog the Impaler, and that's going to be difficult for his diminutive little self. Zora coming down to help out, maybe make things a bit more even, but he's getting caught up by Murgar. Cuckoo's doing a very good job of dodging here. Oh, he finally gets knocked down, and that takes us to halftime. It's only a 1-point game, so Knickknack's still very much in this, and I believe it's the Crushers kicking off going into the second half. We got Rog kicking it straight down the field this time around, and looks like it's Zura going to be the one picking the ball up. Well, Lizardman getting the short end of the stick in the midfield, but Knickknacks trying to capitalize on that now. Fighting going on. Let's go into that doesn't like to follow the ball carrier. Okay, well, it's a good thing the ball carrier didn't move anywhere. Oh no, Zura getting injured. You hate to see it after coming back from surgery. So badly hurt, he'll be out next game. He'll be back the next time. Skrill is going to pick up the ball, and that looks like a yeah, that looks like a tie ball game to me, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say, there's just like spikes everywhere on the field. Like, you're just running around and just impaling your foot every few feet. It sounds awful. And if you fall down, you just land on a spike. Oh, it's a well-placed kick, keeping it just inside so it doesn't get to go wherever the Lizardmen want it to. Mercenary can't pick up the ball. Jeff hype. Jeff is getting involved. Can he do something here? He cannot. Regards ended up with the ball, and there's no one to stop him from taking the lead. Oh, he stopped himself. Oh my goodness. If he gets a lucky push here, Victor Soros, can he be the hero to prevent the score? And he does! The team captain! You don't see that in SPP, folks, but that's critical. Now, it might be short-lived as Chainbreaker is getting surrounded by chaos. And there he goes. Son of Balrek trying to come in. Oh, the ball gets knocked out of bounds. It's the best thing that could have happened for the Lizardmen. Ball now back a short ways. Gonna make the Chaos team work for it a little bit more to get that point. Skrill has got it and he's going for it. Now in surfing territory though, if Chainbreaker can do something, he does! Skrill has surfed. The ball is out of bounds. Ball now on the opposite side of things. Cuckoo's gonna be able to scoop it up and get that ball out of there. That looks like a Chaos mercenary getting surfed over there. Didn't even realize they had a mercenary. Cuckoo's got the ball. He's got some space, and he's running up the field. Those short little legs making quick work. Gonna have to stop and rest. Very important. You don't want to overexert yourself there, Cuckoo. The game is on the line. Ball is down. Darius trying to pick it up. He gets it on the second attempt. Minute and 15 left. Game coming down to the wire as we're tied here. But it's now the Lizardmen who have things in a good position. Zora's just got to get through Frog and Basha here. Can Victor Soros go over and assist? And Zora gets pushed. Push could be equally as useful here. If Zora can just get pushed the right way, get some space. Oh no, and that's not what you want to see. Smashed hand on Zora. They'll be back later, but Son of Balrek has got the ball, and there's no one in front of him. Taking it to the house with 30 seconds left to take the lead. Game isn't over yet, but that puts the Lizardmen in a tough position. 30 seconds to receive the ball and get into the end zone to at least make this a tied ball game. And they have they've run out of players. At least Fate Maker will be back in the game. That will be good for them. Knickknacks. The higher armor value right there. You can see the difference that it makes right there. And the kick goes relatively short. They're going to give it to Chainbreaker. With his sprint, maybe hoping that he can make up the yards here, but he's got to get through a lot. Cuckoo getting injured there, unfortunately. 12 seconds left. Chainbreaker has got some space. He's making a run for it. Still in his own side of the field, though. He needs his team to come back and help. Oh, he's got some space. Making forward progress. Chainbreaker. Oh, finally getting knocked down as the buzzer sounds. Ending the game, but that could have been play of the year if he managed to get past all that. Continental Crushers 2 to Knickknacks 3. That was a close one all the way to the end. What a nail biter. Okay. Taking a look at those stats, we'll take a look at the Crushers first. We get the touchdown at the Chain Breaker and touchdown at Azure 2.0. MVP going to Azure 2.0 as well, getting him back on track. That's a guaranteed level up for him. Some yards run, and he did unfortunately get injured, so he'll be out next game. But just a badly injured, no lingering injury. And unfortunate to see the goose egg in Fate Maker here for casualties. He did get a knockout though, and he got a pass. He got a quick little dump off that we saw earlier. It does count as a pass. Well, sorry, it doesn't count as a pass, but it counts as passing yards. Don't ask me how that works. I don't know. Let's take a look at their injuries, which they have several of, unfortunately. We've got, Lenny with the -1 to strength for the season. Smash collarbone. That is a tough one. That one might be cause to retire. Or, potentially, maybe he can get a surgery as well, like Zur did. We've got the Crushers, Lenny. We got Cuckoo, badly hurt. We've got old Two Eye, badly hurt. We've got Zora, smashed hand. And Zur 2.0 with the badly hurt. Let's take a look at injuries for the Knickknacks side. Considerably fewer. Charles Litzbit getting badly hurt. That was the one who got hit by a rock. So the only injury on the team was from the crowd. We've got Charles. And just a badly hurt. Take a look at their stats. We got the MVP going to Charles for getting knocked out on the first kickoff. Second kickoff. He was able to get a knockout at some point. Okay, good for him, I guess. 2 touchdowns at a Skriel and a touchdown out of the son of Balric. Some injuries caused by Vrog the Impaler. Love to see it on the Minotaur, Murgar, Skriel, and Jerry. And lots of yards run for Skriel here. So pretty solid game for them. Very evenly matched game. But with that, folks, I think we'll go ahead and call this as a good place to put our break. Let's take about 5 minutes, give or take. So go get yourself some water, go get yourselves a snack, and get ready for our final 3 games of the week. And I'll see you here in just a few minutes. Okay, and we are back. How's everybody feeling so far after 4 pretty exciting games of Blood Bowl? Got 3 more left today. Our next one is going to be Pappy's Nurglings versus Rath's Raiders. We'll get started on that here pretty quick. We are starting our Nurgle Gauntlet of the day. Oh, they're actually split this time around. Okay, never mind. But we've got Pappy's Nurglings, who got plenty of level ups on the last game. We'll see how that turns out. And we got the Henry Rath's Raiders. Where are they at? There they are. Rath's Raiders having a bit of a tough season thus far, but they are capable of great things. We've seen it happen. Although I will say this is a pretty tough matchup for them. Nurgle is not exactly what you want to see on the opposite side of you when you are a Tomb King Blood Bowl team. But that aside, let's go ahead and jump right on in there. We'll go to our Orc field today, and let's jump right in, shall we? Game 5. Pappy's Nurglings is going to overwhelmingly have the team value advantage. We'll see if that gets Rath's Raiders anything special. We've seen they've, oh yeah, I can see they picked up some bribes. You can just see it in the bottom right corner. They picked up some bribes and they picked up a wizard. We'll see if they get used at all. I think we've seen wizards get used in this mode, but I don't think they've done anything. But to be completely honest with you, I don't really know how wizards work all that much. I think usually you cast it at somebody who has the ball and it knocks them down. But I don't know. The bribes is interesting though, considering that fouling is not a problem that you have to worry about in this mode. So I've been surprised before. We got our slow motion intro here. We'll just skip past it. Get right on into the action, right on into the game. And it's going to be Pappy's Nurglings kicking the ball off. And Rath's Raiders going on the offensive. It's a very short kick, so they're just going to give it over to Giga Chad. Grumpy is down. Warrior is immediately dead. We'll see if that sticks. But that's not a great start for the Raiders. Giga Chad all alone against 2 Chaos Warriors. I think that death did stick. Franklin has picked it up. That's going to be a touchdown for Nurgle. I can only describe that opening drive with one word. Oof. Big oof. That's a Tomb Guardian dead. That was tragic. All right. Let's see if the second drive works out a little bit better for the Rath's Raiders. They're going to try and move around, going up the center here, trying to get some support from Greedy. Greedy's just going to leave them. And Nah is down. It's now in the hands of Franklin. Oh, Zim the third is hurt. I don't know who ended up doing that. But Franklin's got some space. It's just Taw standing in the way. Bob, the Tomb Guardian. Bob, the Tomb Guardian, has done some work. He's been the only Tomb Guardians in the past few games because of injuries. And he has just been an absolute Chad. Skelly with an eye has got the ball now, deep in their own home field, but they need to move the ball up. At least try and get it out of danger. But they're just having to try and outpunch this Chaos team, and that's very difficult to do. Franklin with the ball. Timothy and Law on top of him. Taw coming over now to help out. Does manage to knock Franklin down, but the ball is at the 1 yard line. Nah, scoops it up. It's going to try and get it out of danger while Gormaglin is distracted and manages to get it a decent way up the field. Bimothy coming over to at least knock the ball out of the way. Timothy now with the ball. Knocking Franklin down, but here comes Lizard. Law is badly hurt over there. The Raiders quickly running out of extra players. Timothy's down. Zim the fourth now has the ball. Bimothy, Greedy, and Giga Chad on top of him, though. Zim has got some space. He's free. He's going for it, though. See if he can keep it up, and he does. That's a touchdown. Giving them a 2-point lead, but the Raiders did a much better job of slowing it down than they did before. Sad state of things on the Raiders side of the field. Pretty decent kick there going back to Giga Chad. He's got it though, and he's moving. He's going to run right into Lizard, which is probably the last place you want to go. And that would be why. But Lizard did get knocked down there, surprisingly. Henry now with the ball. And I think maybe only Timothy is there to stop him. Finally manages to catch him right at the end. Oh, he gets pushed though. And that was the space he needed to just move right on into the end zone. And the kickoff. Lizard rolling really stupid there. It's going to help out on the front line. Give those Tomb Guardians a chance. But they leave a hole wide open for Giga Chad to get swarmed by both Jonathan and Lizard. Gormaglin the third coming in to help out as well. Rolling really stupid though, that helps. 2 Chaos Warriors should be enough, and it is. Lizard is going to slither on over to Timothy to keep him from getting on top of the ball. And is just going to kill Timothy. Oh my god, what a slaughter. Oh boy. this Nurgle team has become quite scary. And it looks like maybe that death did not stick. I think he regenerated from that. Good for him. We'll have to see if that counts as a death for Lizard. I don't know at what point it doesn't, stats-wise. Timothy. Having trouble with the ball. He's finally got it. And try and move up the field. He's got a decent chunk of support if they don't run past, which they did. Or Maglin coming over, but Timothy knocking down Jake Quillen. Now finally on the enemy side of the field with the ball. Can he make something happen? Well, that was a both down result there. Oh, Timothy actually getting injured this time. Zim the fourth now has it, but Skelly IE is chasing him down. Grumpy coming in to help. Skelly getting knocked down, but can Grumpy sends us to halftime. Ratha's Raiders are at least trying to slow down the scoring of Pappy's Nurglings, and they've done okay in that regard so far. And it looks like Timothy recovered once again. He died, and then he got a smashed collarbone, but now he's back. For the third time. That's pretty impressive, actually. Well done, Timothy. Good deep kick. Gonna try and keep the Nurglings on their side of the field as Rambula pushes the ball out. Let's see where it goes. Oh, in the end zone. They overwhelmingly won the frontline fight, though, and nobody can pick up the ball. Lizard finally ends up with it. That's going to be a hard target to bring down for the Raiders. But he's relatively slow. Ooh, Greedy could do it. Strength 5 coming in. That is an equal matchup, and Greedy knocks him down, knocks them both down. Again, just keeping the ball on that side of the field. Timothy now. If Timothy can get a point here, he might overtake Jeff. I'm not gonna lie. But nah. Oh no, Timothy's dead again. He's dead again. Nah with the ball. Finally going down. Oh man. Let's see if this sticks for Timothy. Greedy is also dead. What the fuck is happening? Oh, I think that might have stuck for Timothy. It did. Timothy is actually dead now. I think Greedy is also actually dead now as he gets surfed. Oh no. 2.5 minutes left in this game. And the Nurglings have an overwhelming number advantage now. Giga Chad, the throw rod, is going to make something happen for his team here. They at least knock the ball down. And they have it in their hands. There's no winning this game for the Raiders, but maybe they can at least get some points here. Signs point to no. Although Ramsey's all alone against a skeleton. They're equal strength. Oh, Ramses gets away. Just holding them up. Ramses gets space once again, but Giga Chad maybe stops him. No, Ramses is in for touchdown number 5 for the Nurglings. That's a tragic state of affairs for the Ratha's Raiders. Getting some skeletons back in the fight here for the last, I think, 30 seconds. Exactly 30 seconds. It goes out, so they're going to give it to Giga Chad. Oh no, it's a minute 30 seconds. It is time for something to happen, but I don't think there's much motivation on the Raiders side for this one. Oh, Rambula's dead. I don't know who got that kill, but Rambula is dead, so damage is being dealt out on either side. Giga Chad getting knocked out. That's a free touchdown for Jonathan. Padding the stats. Oof. 2 Tomb Guardians. I think a Blitzraw dead. Those are some expensive players to replace. Did Rambula stay dead? Rambula did not stay dead. He regenerated. Mimothy is going to go over and scoop up the ball. At least manages to get it first try. Grumpy just way back here. Mimothy is going to get swarmed. Bob doing his best to try and help his team out here. But it's Rambula who came back from the dead looking for a touchdown here. It's going to get stopped by some skeletons. 20 seconds left in the game. And gets the space that he needs for touchdown number 7. Not much to say about this one. This one's over. Go into cinematic cam for these last few seconds. I think this is showing people as they are getting activated, which I think is kind of neat. And that's the end of the game. 7 pull points for Pappy's Nerdlings to nothing. It's going to give them a big jump in terms of their ranking points. They're already 9 points difference for them, so they're going to be up 16. That probably puts them ranked number 1. You did, but you won very handily, so there's that. You crushed them. 7-0. Yeesh. Well, there's still a whole half of the season to play for the Raiders. I'm hoping that they have better luck moving forward. Let's take a look at those stats. Raiders with 1 MVP going to Law and not a whole lot else. We get 1 casualty out of Greedy and 1 out of Bob, the Tomb Guardians, trying to do some work for their team. And then, oh boy, the injuries. We've got Timothy, who looked like he was going to be a hero there at some point in the game, but dying twice and it's sticking the second time. Greedy. We've seen him also get killed and come back several times throughout the season. He's not getting back up this time. A badly hurt out of law. And finally, Warrior. Tragically meeting his end as well. Injuries on the Pappy's Nurgling side, they did not get out scot-free totally. They got Zim the Third taking some damage, getting hurt. Okay, we'll take a look at their stats. Very important. Don't forget that touchdown each out of Franklin, Henry, Jonathan, Gormaglin III, Ramses, and Rambula. You love to see it. Getting a kill, Franklin and Henry. Where did the third death come from? Lizard. It should have gone to Lizard, but it didn't because he regenerated from it. Okay, Lizard getting a casualty. Gormaglin the third, rather, getting 2 casualties. Touchdown for Zim the fourth, and MVP going to Jake Quillen, which I think probably is enough for a level up on Jake Quillen. We'll see. Decent spread of yards run amongst everybody. Very solid showing for the Nurglings. Very dangerous team here. Lots of them with Claw, lots of them with Mighty Blow. Tough team to face. We'll be moving on now to Game 6. I think a game that will hopefully be a bit closer, a bit more competitive. We shall see. But we've got my current favorite team in the league besides my own. It's the Pointy-Eared Bandits. The Dark Horse Dark Elf team. I think coming into this in pretty good shape. I think they only have a couple people out due to injuries, and they've been so much worse before. And they will be going up against the Brazen Bulls, the Corn team, looking to change that. Looking to change that. Sorry, actually, 1 second. That's not what I wanted. Real quick, 1 second. I forgot to do something for this team. Before we jump in, just to make it fair here, because they should have... couple extra players. We did talk about doing that, and I just hadn't gone in and done it. So 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right, sorry about that, folks. We'll get right back to this. Dark Elf, Pointy-Eared Bandits. Change the stadium, change the mode. And Corn Demons, Bulls. All right, here we go. All right. Getting back into the swing of things, let's kick things off for Game 6. Pointy-Eared Bandits versus the Brazen Bulls. Slow-mo intro here once more. There's Rufus. I'm surprised he's not the one in the center of the field. Instead, Zonek Slaypit, which, to be fair, I think is their highest leveled player. We got the L's arrayed before them. Should be a good one, I think. And it's going to be Angus kicking the ball off for the Brazen Bulls. They will be on the defensive. See what the Dark Elves can do. Starting off with the ball. Aragorn the Pointable has got it. But Rufus is a a big presence on the field. Aragorn the Pointable, oh no, going down immediately with an injury. Dying and then getting resurrected by the Apothecary. He'll be back in this game, but holy crap, what a start. Krathul Death Spoiler, the newest Blood Pitfighter cultist, is going to take it in for an early touchdown. Well, at least Aragorn the Pointful will be back in the game immediately. But that's a tough start for the Dark Elves. We do have some folks on the sidelines ready to get back in there, though. Much deeper kick this time to start off the second drive. Going to make Aragorn the Pointful run back for it. Rufus rolling Wild Animal there on the front line, giving the Dark Elves some space to roam. Now he's back in it. Let's see, Strength 3. I think we've got an even strength advantage, except when Rufus is involved. Ooh, knocking out the Death Spoiler who had just gotten that touchdown. Getting him off the field. Aragorn the Pointful holding his own against Rufus, surprisingly, before finally going down. Earwax Slinger going to try and come over and make something happen. Pointus Maximus, the team captain, back in it after being out the previous game due to an injury. Lord Biglobes has the ball, and he's got some space to run, doubling back for some reason, moving around the defender when he didn't have to. It is what it is, but Lord Biglobes making significant progress. But Rufus is on his tail, which is very scary for anyone involved. Harry now ending up with the ball. Getting away from Sharpicus Fangir. Elfbow is on top of him, and Aragorn the Pointful. His name's coming up a lot this game, it seems. Another Wild Animal roll from Rufus. Aragorn the Pointful has it. And it's just a few Corn Demons in front of him. And now he's surrounded. Oh, but he got some space. He's fighting to stay in this. But being surrounded like that, it's only going to be a matter of time before he goes down. And there he goes. Harry now ending up with the ball. Going to have to go around here. Right into Sharpicus Fangir. He's going to catch him. I think something happened there. Aragorn, the Overheard, goes down, getting knocked out. Dark Elves doing a much better job this drive of just staying just as aggressive as the Bulls. Keeping the ball on their side of the field. The Whisper Reaper 2.0, the reincarnation of the deceased Whisper Reaper, is now flat on his back. But he had the ball for a split second. Harry now has it, and I think Count Echo is too far away to help out. Unless he runs out of movement. That's a touchdown for the Bulls. 2 up. Staying healthy, though, so far. And lots of game left to play. The Dark Elves are not out of this yet. Kicking it over to Pointus Maximus, the team captain. Can he finally make something happen? He's been rather lackluster this season. Knocking down Larry immediately, though. That's a good start. But Rufus bearing down on him is going to make things difficult, and he's in easy surfing territory. He needs to get out of there. Rufus getting knocked down. Rare sight to see. And Pointus Maximus with that block is proving difficult. Larry getting knocked out. They use the Apothecary on him for some odd reason. But they're using their numbers to stay on top of the Dark Elves, and he does get surfed. Looks like he's going to be okay, but he's out for the drive. Looks like it's going to be Rufus who might pick up this ball here. He does finally get it. That's going to be very difficult for the Dark Elves to take out. Count Echo also getting served. Looks like there was a quick handoff to Zarkan here, who now has the ball. And did he run backwards? Did he run the wrong way? Can the Elves get it? The Elves have got it at the buzzer. Aragorn the Pointiful. I think they're in scoring territory, if I'm not mistaken, if I didn't get my sides of the field mixed up already. Can you be a hero here? It's got a little bit of support, but no, that's going to be halftime. Getting some players back into the game after they've been knocked out, and some people just on the sidelines getting served. Ooh, lots of players knocked out still for the Brazen Bulls. They'll be kept out of it this drive. And it'll be the Dark Elves on the defensive this time. They kick it out, so it's going to be given over to Harry. We'll see how they do in a more aggressive stance here. Still having to just kind of deal with Rufus just being in the middle. Count Echo is going to get on top of Harry in the backfield, though. Oh, and Sharpicus Fangir coming over to help as well. Elfbow blocking for the rest of the team, but Harry gets the push he needs to get some space and run up the field, running around his teammates to get some blocking. Harry's been a very good ball runner here today. They're fighting it out, and he's beating Count Echo on the 1v1. Lord Biglow's now coming over to help. Rufus getting knocked down. Oh, Harry finally getting knocked down and injured. It's now Aragorn the Overheard with the ball. And he's got the blocking he needs. There's nobody in front of him. That's going to be a touchdown for the Pointy-Eared Bandits. Make this game competitive. Oh my god, look at all those knockouts who are not getting up. That might turn the numbers advantage over to the Dark Elves. Oh, and the perfect deep kick right into the end zone. should give the Dark Elves great field advantage. Oh my gosh, as the ball gets kicked back out, almost into the waiting arms of Eureka 2.0. Whose name I need to fix. It's not right. That's Eureka, not Eerie Hack. Even though Eerie Hack is kind of funny. Earwax Slinger looking to make something happen for the first time since being recruited to the team. And just gonna let them go by, unfortunately. Lord Big Lobes is in position to intercept. And will do so. The Whisper Reaper 2.0 coming over to help. Rufus is coming in like a freight train. There's so much blood on this field, holy crap. Whisper Reaper 2.0 has got the ball. He's got the space. That's going to be a time ball game. With just under 2 minutes left, this game is now very interesting. Even a tie would be great for them here. We'll see if all these knocked out players come back. They got some of them back, but there's still a few of them who are just staying down. Will that be the difference maker? We'll see. Dark Elves quite good at kicking the ball into the space they want it and getting good field position on the defensive side of things. Eureka and Pointus Maximus. Could this be the moment for Pointus Maximus to put his team ahead? Elfbow getting injured, but Eureka 2.0 is going to scoop it up and make that a 1-point game for them. They've got the Corn Demons on the back foot, just putting them back in their own territory and getting on top of the ball carrier before anything else can happen. I'm getting so excited I'm speaking faster than my mouth can keep up with. Brazen Bulls now, though, have almost everybody back on the field. Numbers should be a bit more even now. Oh, we had a riot that ate up the clock. So the game is over now. Oh my god, that's so unfortunate. All right, well, the Pointy-Eared Bandits take it 3-2, giving themselves their third win on the season. And just rolling along on their win train here. Yeah, so what we just saw was one of the random events that can happen is a riot. And sometimes when that happens, there's a chance that you lose turns or that you lose time on the clock. And that's what happened. There just wasn't enough time to handle it. So the game ends. There's only about a minute left to play anyway. So, but that's the game. Pointy-Eared Bandits take it by 1. Take a look at stats for both teams. Both teams played a pretty solid game overall. We get the touchdown going to Harry, touchdown going to Krathul, Death Spoiler, the newest Pit Fighter cultist, and also getting the MVP and a casualty inflicted. This dude just being given all the SPP for this game. Gonna level up for sure. 62 yards run for Harry, just tank with the ball. Rufus, was present. He got some knockouts, but no casualties. Still a solid game for the Bulls, just not enough to keep up with the pointy-eared bandits this time around. Take a look. No injuries on that. It's excellent. Less work for me as well. But the pointy-eared bandits, I think, did have one elbow badly hurt. They'll be out for game 7, but otherwise be okay. Staying healthy, it's important for the Dark Hills right now to maintain this momentum. Looking at their stats, however, we've got a touchdown out of the Whisper Reaper 2.0. We've got a touchdown out of Aragon the Overheard, and we've got a MVP out of Count Echo, who didn't really do much, but sure, take the MVP, you go off, King. And Eureka, or Erie Hack, gets a touchdown and a knockout. So a decent chunk of knockouts being spread out, and honestly, I think these were one of these few times where we see knockouts being the difference maker, knocking people out and then just not rolling to get back up. The only problem is you don't see SPP for that. But here's our MVPs for the game. We got Count Echo for the pointy-eared bandits, and Krathul Death Spoiler for the Pit Fighter cultist. And with that, we will move on to our final game of the evening. We've got the Nurgle Mr. Meeseeks against the Skaven Gouda Game. Another tough matchup for the Rats here. Going into a Nurgle team, they're very tough. Mr. Meeseeks has been putting a decent chunk of their SPP into damage, basically. So pulling for the Skaven team, but they've suffered a little bit the past few games. We shall see if their speed will turn it around for them here, as we dive right on into game 7 for the evening, our final game of week 6. Mr. Meeseeks versus Gouda Game. All right. We've got Jack the Rat Ogre staring down Mr. Meeseeks number 3. Jack is a scary individual to go up against. He's looking to break into the double digits on casualties inflicted this game. And we've got the Skaven on the defensive. We'll see what they do. Number 11, rolling the really stupid, letting Burr, one of the newest line rats, get right back into the backfield. Number 13, the player formerly known as Rukolf, has got the ball. It looks like that quick bit of aggressiveness by the Rats is just getting met, and Rukolf has got the whole field to run by himself. That's a touchdown for the Meeseeks. Just no one stopped him. Just let the Rotter run, I guess. I don't know if he's cheating. I think your team is just... I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe the Meeseeks left out some cheese on their side of the field and they got distracted. Maybe that's how they were cheating. We'll see how they do on the offensive side of things now as they get the ball. The kick sails out of bounds, so they're going to give it to Gorg. Gorg with 5 touchdowns on the season by himself. The most yards run. He's not going to have much of an opportunity to add on to that stat this time, though, it seems. Oh, Bree is going down with broken ribs. It looks like they used the apothecary on that. It's caught now with the ball. One of the newest players as well. Getting left for dead as Harm just went deep. But Jack's going to get involved now. That might be the punch the Skaven need here to get through this line of Rotters. And Mr. Meeseeks number 3 is doing well to keep himself up. As I said that, he immediately got killed, but Laurie also got injured. Gorg now with the ball. That's going to be touchdown number 6 for him this season, and making it a tie ball game. Looks like there was another injured Meeseeks there as well that I missed in all that confusion. Although they may have regenerated. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. There for sure is one injured rat. And one getting back up. And they have Jack not really kicking the ball, more like slapping it. But you do you, big guy. I'm not going to tell him how to play, are you? Look at those claws. Munn is on top of number 6 over there with Kolb coming in to support the team captain, though. Number 11 coming in to make himself useful. Ooh, but it's not enough to keep the ball carrier up. Now Storm Vermin v... Oh no, Storm Vermin going down, getting injured. Burr, though, oh, they're really stupid. This could be enough time for Burr to scoop it up. No. Meeseeks number 12 manages to get to it first. Gree is down again with an injury. No apothecary to save him this time. So that one's gonna stick. Ma's now down. Number 11 is just doing terrible things to the Skaven team, but the ball's free. Gorg is going to scoop it up and score. Gutter runners doing what they do best. Sneaking around and waiting for that perfect opportunity. 7 touchdowns for him on the season. I think that might be the most of any single player. I'll have to look. Although the Get Stomp as team captain Morg might actually be up there too. I can look while these cinematics are going, actually. Morg has got... Oh, he's only got 4 touchdowns. So yeah, Gorg is way ahead in terms of scoring. Another slap from Jack to start us off. That's a nice kick. Any org name was born for this game. It seems that way. Fly-Nose Chitter. That's definitely a mercenary. Didn't realize he had a mercenary gutter runner, but he does. Okay. So the Skaven have done a good enough job of clearing the field, so they're now able to get into the backfield quickly. They're just going to leave the ball, I guess. Kott's going back for it. He's got it. That's going to be a touchdown for Kott, making it a 2-point lead. Yeah, this is exactly the type of matchup that Skaven are looking for. Done just enough damage to clear the field, getting some knockouts here and there. Meeseeks might want to consider getting some more players. Oh gosh, look at all those injuries. Well, they're just flooding the board with rats, it's fine. They're still maintaining the numbers advantage somehow. Yeah, the field is wide open, letting those gutter runners get back in there and do whatever they want to do. Like right now, he's just going to scoop it up. Or at least put it in a more advantageous position to be scooped up. Got it now. Mercenary's got the ball. Number 11 coming over to make his displeasure known. And he takes the boat down there, unfortunate. Jack is now involved. Getting a knockout blow. Munn with the ball. Duking it out with number 7 there, but that looks like it's going to be... Oh, wow, he got knocked down. The ball went flying just into Kott's waiting hands as he was there at the right place at the right time, and it's just going to take it in for another point. Yeah, just like that. He was like, oh, this is mine now. Yoink. I smell it. That is some stinky cheese right there. And Gouda Game is all over it. Gonna go right to number 5. He's gonna successfully catch it. But the field is looking quite bare for the Meeseeks. Running out of players, and the Skaven are just too fast. Well, looks like Kott may pick it up and try for touchdown number 3 on the day for him. But not if the team captain number 11 has anything to say about it. And he does. That's just going into halftime? We've only just hit halftime? Holy shit, what a game. Okay. I thought for sure the game was almost over. I was not paying attention to the clock at all. Ew. All right. Well, let's see how the Meeseeks do going to a different side of the field, and now being on the defensive. Mercenary gutter runner with the ball. Just Kott has magnetic hands apparently. Always going to have trouble duking out with number 11. Number 9 now with the ball. Going to be running around him. He's getting some space. Jack is the only one who can stop this. And he's got the equipment to do it. Now number 11 is coming in. Kaiju battle. Knocking number 11 out. That's a problem for the Meeseeks. It's a big force multiplier off of the field. Parm giving the Gorg the ball. Just a quick quick handoff. Gorg just needs a little bit of space, and we all know he's got the speed, but he is getting swarmed. Jack is saying, no, this ball belongs to my team, please. I think you'll find that it's ours. I'm kind of at a point where the field is just looking empty. Oh, the mercenary's dead. Well, how about that? Hopefully he doesn't take MVP and steal the SPP and take it to his grave. Oh, did the Meeseeks get him? The Meeseeks got the fucking mercenary. That's funny. Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. Oh, they're just gonna pad Gorg here. Mun just giving the ball over to Gorg, who's gonna take it in for the touchdown. Can Gorg break double digits touchdowns this game? He might break 200 yards run this game. He's at 156 right now, so okay. Let's see how things pan out in these last 2 minutes here. The commanding lead on the side of Gouda Game. I don't know if Mr. Meeseeks is going to have the opportunity to win this, but they might be able to get some points on the board. Oh, Mun going down with an injury. It's another injured rat. Meeseeks number 4 going down with an injury, getting surfed. Ball is in the wild now. In a good spot for the Meeseeks if they can get somebody on top of it. Ooh, Parm helping to duke out things over here. Number 8, number 12 getting knocked down. Parm scooping up the ball. He's gonna give it to Gorg, watch. Yep, gives it to Gorg. Gorg. Oh, and he just decides not to move. That could be a mistake. That could have proved to be a mistake. Jack coming over to try and get his buddy some room. Gorg goes down, but not hurt or anything, which is what I was scared of. Number 5 playing kick the can. Finally gets his hands on it, and it doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to stop him, so touchdown number 2 for the Meeseeks. Hey! Neither team is getting out of this unscathed either. Some injuries and deaths on both sides. Although, to be fair, the death on the Skaven is for a mercenary, so we don't really care. Arm has got it. 25 seconds left. Let's see if the Rats can come up with another point on the board here. It's going to be tough out there all alone, but he gets the room and he gets it. That's a touchdown for Farm. Goes right to number 5, who catches it. 10 seconds left in the game. That is time enough for another point for either team if they can hold on to it long enough. But I think as the time winds down here, number 5 has got some space. He's got the room. Burr is the only one who can stop this. And he can't... Oh, he finally catches up. Arm coming over. Put an end to that dream. And that's the game. Gouda game. 6 to Mr. Meeseeks 2. Big win for Gouda game there. GG's to GG. Well done. Take a look at those stats for the Meeseeks. See what they can come out of this game with. They got a touchdown out of number 5 with 2, successful receptions from catching the kick. Interestingly enough, they're also the ones who killed the mercenary and got an additional injury on top of it. 78 yards run for number 5. Number 5 carrying the team on his back today. Although number 13, the player formerly known as Rukov, managing to get a touchdown as well and some yards run on his own. Let's see. The team captain, number 11, getting 3 casualties on his own. You love to see it. That's worth a decent chunk of SPP for him. Still a fairly solid showing. Just getting outrun, I think, and getting outnumbered by the rats, which, to be fair, is kind of their thing. Kind of their thing. Taking a look at injuries, we do have 1 dead rotter on the board. That's number 3. He is no longer with us. We've got number 4 taking an injury, just a badly hurt. And we've got number 13, the player formerly known as Rukov, also taking a badly hurt. And then let's take a look at the injuries for the Gouda game, because they are significant. We've got Moz, the gutter runner, badly hurt. We've got Kolb, the new storm vermin, badly hurt. String, the gutter runner, badly hurt. Gree and Lori both badly hurt a groin strain. So he got a broken ribs. The apothecary fixed the broken ribs. And then he got a groin strain, like, immediately after. Unfortunate. It's not a lingering injury, though. He'll be back next game. Lori, fractured skull. That is a lingering injury. Ooh, -1 to armor value. Going to be a bit squishier going forward for Lori. And Mun getting a badly hurt, and then the injury is dead. Who cares? Who cares? Taking a look at their stats, however, Gorg with 3 touchdowns to his name this game. 38 yards run, not quite enough to break the 200 mark, but he's getting very close. 68 yards run for Parm, the touchdown for himself. Moz, the other gutter runner, getting the MVP. Sure, he was injured most of the game. Why not? And the rest of the team not doing a whole lot. Lori getting the casualty and getting the kill before getting injured themselves. 2 touchdowns for Cott and 36 yards run. That's a good showing for him on his first game in the league. Solid. Solid. But Gorg really just carrying the team on his back. Jack getting the 1 casualty he needed. He is in the double digits club for casualties, and I think he might be the first in the league. We'll see after I calculate all the stats after this. But one casualty and 4 knockouts might put him in double digits for both of those categories. Scary rat ogre. But with that, that's all she wrote, folks. Thank you again for joining us for another rousing week of Blood Bowl. We'll be back here again next week on, see what day is that? On the 12th for week 7, the halfway point of our season, after which we will take a 1-week break. And then we'll be back the following week after that for the second half of the season, making our way down to playoffs, which will probably have a week break in between that game and playoffs as well. But for those of you who've been watching, feel free to let me know who you think is going to take the whole season. We've seen some great games out of everybody. I think everybody still has a shot, even though some of them have had a tougher time of it lately than others. But with 7 games still left to play, anything can happen. I know who I'm rooting for, but I like to see who other people think might take the season here. But regardless, appreciate you watching. We'll be back here next week, so I will see you then. Have a good evening and have a good week.